Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Banner Boy Games here, just back with another quick video for you guys. I want to talk about help desk and desktop support jobs. I really want to let people know what they're getting themselves into before they get into it. I've been reading around online, and if you Google it, there's a lot of websites and articles that talk about help desk and desktop support, people trying to escape it. There's even articles saying that help desk and desktop support or dead-end jobs. I'm not gonna go too far to say that they're dead-end, but when you get these jobs and when you start them, you should definitely start with the end goal in mind, and also start with a time frame. Give yourself a time frame and a schedule. So like, if you know you're gonna start desktop support and help desk jobs, start with a time frame and a goal. The time frame can be whether if you want to stay there 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. I probably would not suggest to stay there longer than 3 years. If you can just do a year or two, or at the very least 6 months. So when you start, if you want to know networking, for example, while you're there, try to get some hands-on experience with the networking guys. Study for your networking cert. If your goal is to be do system admin and server stuff, learn some MCSA materials or some server stuff, some Active Directory, some group policy, just server related stuff. One of the worst things that you can do with these type of jobs is to just start and work there without a plan. Because like I said, I've seen the articles, not only the articles, but one thing that I've seen, with me just being in desktop support for a short time, but prior to desktop support, I was doing help desk and call center work. And I met a lot of people, and it's very easy to spend years there with no goal, and then you're kind of wondering where your career and where your life, went. It seems like life is passing you by. So definitely have an end goal. The moment you start these jobs, set a timetable and an end goal in mind. Now, sometimes things may not adhere to your timetable, may take a little bit less, might take a little bit longer. But don't be in a situation to where you're wasting years of your life away. Because these jobs, unless you just luck up on some that pays a pretty penny, that pays pretty good, these jobs are starting points, and they tend to be, low paying. Just to be honest with you guys, just to keep it real, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. So stay true to your grind. Put the time in to study. I understand that life gets in the way. People have families and responsibilities, outside of work in a technical area. But always stay true to yourself and just keep that end goal in mind and what you're trying to accomplish. You do not want to spend years at these jobs, because usually one thing that I've noticed is that after a certain point at some of these jobs, especially like if you're in a help desk or desktop support role where you really don't get to do much outside of your initial role, sometimes you'll just end up doing the same things every day. It just seems like these are mundane, menial tasks. And some people I've seen, and I actually work with people who've been in help desk and desktop support for 10 to 15 years, and the careers really haven't progressed. And so you don't want to have a situation to where, yeah, you might have 10 years, 15, 20 years of experience, but it's really 1 year of experience repeated 10 to 15 times, or 10 to 15 years. So just always make sure you keep what you're trying to accomplish in mind. Get the experience and get out. Move on. And plus, the general nature of IT is always to keep learning new things, because this world that we're in, especially in technology, is constantly changing with everything becoming so cloud-based. There's a lot of apps and programming. So I would even suggest, if you really want to future-proof your job security, is to learn some cloud things. Don't run away from the cloud. Learn some programming. A lot of people may feel like, well, man, I'm not really into this coding, or I'm not into this cloud stuff. You can say that, and then in a couple of years, next thing you know, you can find yourself out of a job or stuck in a dead-end rut. So don't be afraid to embrace the challenge. Go for those things that scare you a little bit, because it's been some things like programming wise and things that I was initially afraid of, that now that I've actually been practicing and have some experience in it, it's not that bad as I made it out to be, and it kind of gives me hope for the future. So keep that end goal in mind with these jobs, and don't pigeonhole yourself. Don't stay in these roles too long, because sometimes if a recruiter does contact you about another job opportunity and all you do is help desk and desktop support, and that's every job you get, you've been doing help desk and desktop support, you'll get pigeonholed into these roles to where that's all they want to offer you is these same kind of roles with these same low paying salaries. So get on your grind, get your experience, and get the hell out, is what I'm trying to say. So that's pretty much all I want to say for this video. I'm gonna also include some links to some articles in the description regarding some of the stuff I've been talking about, and you can just see, like I said guys, there's a lot of articles online about this stuff, and this is also stuff, like I said, that I personally witnessed in my IT journey. So I'm gonna link that in the description. I will have some more IT related content coming up, so make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.